My name is Barbara Stenberg, and my disability is I have drop foot, and I have trouble walking because my toe sticks and I face plant.
How has this ailment affected your lifestyle/family?
It's affected my lifestyle in that I became very dependent on my husband. I would hang on to him when I walked. I wouldn't go out of the house very often. I didn't go shopping on my own. I didn't do anything like that because I was always afraid of falling. And I did fall. I face planted in our wood stove one winter. My toe caught and I went face first on the wood stove.
So how did you learn about the NewGait?
I was at a mutual friend with Sheila, and she noticed I had an AFO, an ankle foot orthotic brace on. And she said, "Have you ever thought of trying the NewGait?" I said, "I really don't know what that is." I said, "Whatever it takes, I'm going to use." And my first comment was, "Oh, I can walk."
So tell me about what happened when you first tried on the NewGait.
It was amazing. She just put the one from my knee to my shoelacing, and then she hooked me up with all the gear from shoulder to feet. And so I put that on and I could walk straight ahead, look straight ahead, and I walked. And my comment to my husband is, "Oh my gosh, I can walk." So it's been amazing.
Why would a physical therapist choose to try the NewGait on a patient?
Well, usually we think about neurological patients is when therapists think about, oh, I see this gait issue, and so they think about something like this for correcting a neurological problem. But so often therapists are challenged by more like an orthopedic problem, where we're seeing someone who had a hip replacement or a knee replacement, and afterward their gait was never the same. So in Barb's case, that's exactly what happened, where she came to us saying, "I'm almost stuck at my house all the time because I have so little confidence in my gait." So balance is certainly one of those things, but it should be whenever you see asymmetry in a gait pattern to say, or pain with gait, to say, wait, maybe there's something I can do with all those little bands that can correct what I see that's not symmetrical.
How do you decide what configuration of the NewGait to use?
Well, there's a set way that we start putting on the device where and in Barb's case, initially she had on all the pieces of the device. And then as we looked at what would be a long-term use for her for home, that changed dramatically. But in the clinic, like as a clinic model, when we're trying to use it as a training tool, we put on certainly the waist belt and the shoulder strap to kind of give her stability. We think about those bands being kind of like little muscles. And so when we can, understanding gait, when we can tell, well, this muscle isn't firing, so that's why they don't have hip flexion and they're swinging their leg around. Or they don't have dorsiflexion and so they compensate and swing their leg around. That's when we decide what bands we should try and what configuration.
What it did for me is it made my torso straight. It taught me how to stand straight instead of bending over.
That is a very good point, because so much of the time people think that they're standing tall or they're doing this. They have no idea what their gait really looks like and how they're moving. They just know they're still moving forward. So that's why it's not as simple as just saying, oh, we'll just put it on like this. You really have to understand gait and what happens when you add a muscle or a proprioception here or there. And that's what makes kind of the magic happen. And one of the biggest things that makes me know this is the right configuration is the patient will go, wow,
I can walk.
I can walk. The patient will say, all right, this is it. Like they know even more than we know. We can kind of see it, but they'll say, oh no, that feels good. That feels like it's pulling me where I need to be. And now I have stability and I feel like I'm symmetrical. And really that's what we all want when we move. We want symmetry and we want stability. And if we've got those two things, then we can go a long ways.
Mm-hmm.
What would make you recommend the NewGait for long-term use?
Well, Barb's also a good candidate for us to have that discussion with, because we could tell from the very start that this had been going on for a while.
Years.
And that she was going to, that carryover that we talked about, that there is carryover, but that she, people come to therapy twice a week for an hour. That wasn't going to be enough carryover from just using it that period of time to help her get to the point where she wanted to go. And you said it a few minutes ago, you're still getting stronger. Mm-hmm. The sky's the limit for how good your gait can get.
And it's going to get there.
I think it is, because then you have hope and you have perseverance.
I do.
With those two things and the NewGait in your hand,
Yep.
I don't know where you know,
Yep.
the sky is the limit.
That's right.